Hey, how's it going guys, Monkey here, and we are back with more tips and tricks on getting platinum weapons in Call of Duty Modern Warfare easier for you guys. This video is going to be covering SMGs. So without further ado, on with the video. So, same as the last video guys, the first tip is going to be to level every single weapon up to max level. So guys, the reason I say to level the weapons up to max are for two reasons. First off, you'll be able to see your camo challenges. So if I click on the AUG, go across the camouflage, you'll be able to see all of these challenges that you have to do. Second would be for the attachments. Once you level the weapon up to max, obviously you are going to get every single attachment in the game, which means doing this is going to be made 10 times easier. So the levels are as such. The AUG is level 57, the P90 is level 50, the MP5 is level 57, the Uzi is level 55, the PP19 Bison, or Bison for short, is 49, the MP7 is 54. Once again, you don't have to do what I call the DLC weapons, or the weapons that were included in Season Passes or Battle Passes. You don't need to do any of them, so in this case it'll be the Striker. You don't need to do the Striker at all in order to get Damascus. Now moving on to camos. The first two camos are Sprayin and Woodland. These two camos, I'm not going to explain how to do these. They are very self-explanatory. Get headshots and get kills. Very easy to do. These two camos should be 90% of the way done by the time you've completely leveled up your weapons. If they're not, don't worry about it. They should be completely done by the time you've finished every single SMG camo challenge in the game. Next we move on to digital. Now digital is kills while crouching. This can be done one of two ways. You can either hold an angle and crouch and hope someone runs through that angle and you're going to get the elimination, your kill's going to count towards your camo. Or you can slide into people and hip fire and get your kills that way. So if you're a run and gun type of player and you're not too keen on holding down angles or camping in certain areas, you'll be able to run and gun, slide into people's faces, be aggressive, get your eliminations towards crouching that way. Next we move on to Dragon, which is hip fire kills. Now this should be fairly easy with SMGs because SMGs are built to be on top of people and in people's faces. They are the more aggressive weapon type of the game. This can be done hand in hand with your crouching kills if you are an aggressive player. Obviously you'd be sliding into people to get your crouch kills. If you've got a hip fire class set up, you'll be able to hip fire and get the hip fire elimination as well, so you'll be killing two birds with one stone. However, if you're not a run and gun type of player, I would strongly suggest using any attachments that increase your hip fire accuracy and just run, try and get on top of people, try your best to be aggressive and getting them hip fire kills. Next we move on to Splinter, which is long shots with submachine guns. Now, not many people know this, but the minimum distance you have to be from the target to secure your long shot has to be 30 meters for submachine guns. For me, I would personally recommend using a map like Shoot House. Shoot House, you can use the mid lane and the mount wall on the mid lane from both spawns, mount up and get your long shot elimination. The distance from mount wall is 53 meters. That covers every weapon in the game for long shot medals, so you can basically, it's a foolproof way of getting your long shot medals. However, if you jump up onto the mount wall and you find you're constantly being outgunned or you're being sniped off that position, you can, if you spawn on this side of the map, you can run left out of spawn and mount up onto Shantytown Wall. From Shantytown Wall, you can ADS into Junkyard. There is an upturned car or a van that people tend to use to peek Shantytown. If you're quick, you can pull people off of that and get your long shot medal that way. That is another place you can get a guaranteed long shot every time. And it works both ways, so if you are getting pulled off the mount wall on Junkyard side, you can run into Junkyard, mount up on that upturned car and laser people down from Shantytown on that corner and a little bit past that corner as well. They will also count as long shot medals. Next is Topo or Topograph, which is mounted kills with the SMGs. Now for me this kind of goes hand in hand with long shots. The reason for that is in order to secure your long shot eliminations, 9 times out of 10 you'll be mounted up with the SMG. So once again, the best advice I can give you would be if 24-hour Shoot House is in the rotation, use that, use the centre lane, use the lane on the left from Shantytown into Junkyard or Junkyard into Shantytown. But of course, as always, this challenge can be done anywhere else just as long as you're mounted up. So you can stand on a decent sightline watching a street or watching a sightline, mounted up, and you'll be able to get your eliminations that way. In reality, this challenge shouldn't really take you that long. You shouldn't really need tips for it, but a bit of advice, you can do it along with your long shots as well. Next, there is Tiger. Now, Tiger is kills with the weapon fully decked out, all 5 attachments equipped. I can't give you any hints and tips for this. The only piece of advice I can give for you guys is if it feels comfortable, use it. Use whatever feels comfortable for you. Whatever you feel is getting you the most kills, use that, okay? Next is stripes. Now stripes is kills after reloading. Best advice, or something I used to use, sorry, was I would go into hardcore and I would fire one shot. This can be done in core as well, so don't just limit yourself to hardcore. Fire one shot, reload, and then you have 5 seconds. It's actually quite generous with the amount of time you get. So you get 5 seconds to then knock out as many eliminations as you can for it to count. Unfortunately, it doesn't tell you whether they count or not until you exit the game and you get into the camo. However, that's what I found useful. Whenever I got a chance in the game, I'd hide, pop one round off, reload, and go through people. That's the only advice I've got for that one. Now you could just go around and just play the game normally and hopefully pick up the kills that way. After reloading, hopefully pick up the kills that way. But if you force it, fire a shot, reload, start entering firefights, picking up those eliminations, it'll start going a lot faster for you guys. Next is reptile. Now reptile is eliminations without attachments, so your weapon has to be bare naked, is the only way I can put it. No attachments whatsoever on your weapon. My advice for you on this is, if you are really struggling with the weapon, go into hardcore. Hardcore will make it a lot easier. Yes, you will get killed a lot more, but if you're just focusing on getting your eliminations for this camo, you'll fly through it no problem. Lastly, we have skulls. Now skulls is 3 kills without dying. Plain and simply, the only way I can put this is, again, same with kills with attachments, is just whatever's comfortable for you. If you're a run and gun type of player, don't bog down your movement speed, don't bog down your ADS speed. Make sure you're able to move, make sure you're able to play the way you want to play, the way you are comfortable to play, in order to pick up those eliminations. Next, I want to move on to 2 weapons that were a bit of a problem for me. So they were the Bison and the Uzi. Now, put it simply, I know some people love these weapons, they are amazing, they're constantly winning gunfights with them. However, if you are like me and you found you were losing more gunfights than you were winning, my advice is take them both to hardcore. On screen now, you're going to see some gameplay of me using the Bison, or some clips of me using the Bison in a hardcore game. You'll see exactly why I took it into hardcore. It's just so much easier. If you are struggling with these weapons the same as I did, take them into hardcore. It goes with every weapon that if you're struggling with it, take it into hardcore. You will get the kills, you will get the eliminations, not a problem. Okay guys, next we go on to the summary. Now this is basically just to summarize exactly what we've covered in the video. So first, level your weapons up to max. I cannot stress that enough. You need to level your weapons up to max. It will give you a huge advantage. You will have all the attachments for the weapons, and you'll be able to see the camo challenges that you've got left to do. Also, while leveling your weapons up, you'll probably knock out a good chunk of the challenges needed in order to do your camos. Next, try and do multiple challenges at once. I spoke about it earlier in the video. You can do your sliding kills, which count as crouching, and your hip fire at the same time. You can do your mounted kills alongside your long shot kills. Try and knock out as many challenges at the same time as you can. Next, any weapons you feel you are really struggling with, whether it's the kills without attachments, whether it's a weapon you're just not good with, or you don't seem to sit well with that weapon, take it into hardcore. Hardcore is it's an absolute godsend when it comes to camo challenges for certain weapons. When I move on to videos like about the snipers, you'll understand why hardcore is just an absolute godsend. Last part of the summary, guys, and it's the most important tip I can possibly give you guys, is have fun with this. Don't do what I did. I got incredibly stressed out when I was going for the camo challenges in the grind for Damascus. I was trying to knock it out in the space of, I think it was maybe 2 weeks when they had the double XP going on. Don't get stressed about it. Just relax, have fun. If you're stressed out about a certain challenge, stop doing that challenge, move on to a different one. Who knows, maybe you'll pick up that challenge as you're in the process of doing the other one. You will get the challenge done eventually. There's just absolutely no need to stress. So once again, have fun with it. Anyway, that's it from me today, guys. I want to thank you all for watching. If this video helped in any way, shape or form, or made your camo grind just the littlest bit easier, please be sure to leave a like rating. Down in the comment section, if you are struggling with any camo that I haven't mentioned, or you want a bit more advice on maybe loadouts or places you can sit and hold for long shots, mounted, whatever, any extra help you guys need, please be sure to drop it down in the comment section. I do read the comments and I'll help you in any way I can. Also down in the comment section, let me know which weapons you want me to do a video on next, whether it's your pistols, your snipers, your shotguns, your marksman rifles, whatever it is you want me to work on. Let me know down in the comment section. and I will make a video on that one next. But that's it from me today, guys. Once again, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.